Hey everybody, it's Nathaniel Avila reporting from San Antonio, and I'm here joined with Sahara Ale from Dallas, and we're joined with Becca from Houston. Yay!
Hi.
And so today we're going to be reading a spec script from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So have you two seen that show?
Yes.
No,
Sahara, you haven't?
no, I have not.
That's blasphemy of the highest order.
I have seen commercials of it,
Then
so
then then you're
I kind of genre.
then you're a super fan. No, that's okay. I have actually never seen it myself either.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, there you go, calling me out.
I know. It looks like I was actually the fool calling the fool a fool. So,
None of us are fools.
huh?
Come on.
What was that?
I said none of us are fools. Come
No,
on.
you're right. You're right. So, like going back on the last script that we read, you remember that one? That one was a doozy. Well, I went back and I looked it up, and there was like a bunch of different scripts, version of that one script, like done in different versions of it. And the one that
By
we,
the
huh?
writer?
Huh?
By the same writer?
It's by the same writer. It was the same characters, same characters, but different things are happening.
Ah.
And the one that we read was like the last one that he made, and well, the one that we wrote. And I'm like at that point, I'm like, maybe you should just stop.
Ooh.
Mm.
Yeah. That was a little. Were they all as bad?
I didn't read all of them, but if that last one was like the final attempt, I can only assume that they were just as bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna be doing. Let's get started on the Brooklyn Nine script. So let me just share my screen. Okay. All right, so this is gonna be Bunny in a Hat by Rameez alone. So this episode was written before season 7 was released, and this person is excusing any spelling or punctuation errors. So let's do that. And they have this giant, this giant watermark there, so no one will
Can
steal
you
it.
make the script a little bigger on your screen?
Yeah, let me see if I can.
Should be able to zoom in.
Let me see. Let me see. How do I do this? Command plus. Okay, here it is. How's that?
That's better.
Okay,
Yep. Yay.
Perfect.
great. So, all right, I'll do.
A lot.
What was that?
I said you'll have to scroll a lot.
Yeah, but don't worry, I'll get my exercise on my finger going. So let me see. Okay, I'll do scene direction. So we'll do with interior, bullpen, Terry's desk,
Well,
morning.
since you're.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Sahara's playing Terry, right? My bad.
Okay.
I thought you were playing both, and I was like, do you want someone to break that up a little bit? But never
Yeah,
mind. Okay.
that'd be pretty odd me talking to myself. So okay, so Jake walks into the bullpen from the lift. He sees Sergeant Terry Jeffords at his desk with his daughters Cagney and Lacey. Hello, Sarge and Sarge's little beauties. What do we owe this pleasure?
Sharon had to run to the doctor, so I'm looking after the girls for a few hours.
Well, that's cool. You're like little detectives. You want to hold my gun?
No, Jake. They're children.
I know. I was obviously joking. Jake discreetly holsters his weapon when he sees Nicolaj at his desk. Hey, what's Nicolaj doing here?
Charles heard the girls were coming in and wanted Nicolaj here as well. Said he wanted him to sit at Brooklyn's best detective's desk.
Weird, he didn't choose himself?
Nope, not really.
Fair point. Hey, Nicolaj. Jake walks over to his desk. Where's your dad? Sarah, you're also Nicolaj.
Papa, Papa told me to wait here. Said he's gonna go get something really cool.
A small puff of smoke and a bang noise happens. Charles Boyle appears in a magician's costume. Wait, who's Charles? I'm Charles. Welcome, one and all, wonders of all ages. Feast your eyes on Charles' magic finger tricks. Not a great name. The kids cheer and Charles starts doing tricks. He pulls flowers from his arms. He takes coins from the kids' ears and finally picks a card out of the pack. Is this your card? The children cheer.
Damn, Charles. That was pretty funny. Not bad.
It's not over yet. Time for the famous bunny in a hat trick. Charles takes his hat off, puts his hand in, and pulls out a not moving bunny. Oh no, dead bunny, Charles, dead bunny. The children scream. End of cold opening. Interior, bullpen, Jake's desk, morning. Jake sat at... What was that?
Sorry, my bad. I read too early.
Okay. Jake sat in his desk when Rosa walks over.
Hey, any idea why the captain wants to speak to us?
None. Ooh, he just said to see him first thing this morning. Ooh, maybe it's a super secret case he has.
Doubt it. Probably another boring lesson like his appropriate handshake for the workplace.
Interior, Holt's office, moments later. Jake and Rosa knock on Holt's door, walk in, and sit down. Hey, Captain, you wanted to see us?
Yes, thank you for joining me. I have something to discuss with you both.
Go ahead, Captain. Tell us about the super secret mission you have for us.
Or tell us the regular reason you called us. Actually, Jake's right. I do have a secret assignment for you both.
Oh, I knew it. See, Rosa? Me and the captain have a connection.
We were wrongly imprisoned together.
Rosa rolls her eyes. That's right. Now we're so close we finish each other's...
I know you both are investigating the high-level drug dealer, Amin Fernandez.
Yes, we are, and we're this close to capturing him, sir.
We have no leads, nobody's talking, and we're not 100% sure what he looks like.
Like I said, this close.
In any case, his organization is believed to be funding an international terrorist cell. This investigation just got a lot bigger.
International terrorist? Please tell me it's one of the cool ones. Holt and Rosa look at Jake. Not that there are cool terrorists, of course, but if they did happen to be German, it wouldn't be the worst thing.
I'm not sure which cell specifically they wouldn't say. Who wouldn't say? MI6.
Jake takes a big gasp. Rosa and Holt look at him again. I'm totally fine. Don't worry about me. Please continue explaining our secret mission involving MI6 to take down terrorist Captain Go.
They're investigating Amin Fernandez and his organization.
They being MI6, please go on.
Seeing as Fernandez's main operations are in New York, MI6 have agreed to work with local detectives to help take him down.
And you want me and Rosa because we're both equally as chill and professional?
I wanted you and Rosa because it's your case and Rosa can keep an eye on you.
She may be able to watch me, sir, but can she watch British accent? Rick Buckingham, governor?
Perhaps Doyle might be more suitable for this case.
No, Captain, you can't. I'll be on my best behavior, spelled with a U. I promise. You can't take this away from me, please.
Very well, the agent should be arriving any moment now. I expect a good first impression. This agent got a name, sir?
Please say Bond.
His name is Smith. John Smith.
John Smith. That's hardly a cool name.
Probably a code name.
It's a code name. Interior break room morning. Amy and Charles are sat down together with Westerby books in front of them.
Thanks again for helping me with this boil. I really want to surprise Jake with a fancy meal.
No problem, Amy. I'm more than happy to help you, but something in Jake, but something in Jake so he can put something in you. What?
Ew, gross. The hell, Charles?
I'm talking about a baby, of course.
Again with this. You need to stop bringing this up.
You're okay, Annie. That's your name now. I hardly ever mention it.
Oh, really?
Interior Shaw's bar. Flashback. Charles and Jake sat at the bar. Children's will only make your love even stronger. I asked if you wanted another round. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Exterior coffee truck. Flashback. Charles and Amy are getting coffee. Why spend your money coffee when you could be buying baby things? Amy rolls her eyes. Interior precinct. Interrogation room. Charles is questioned a suspect, Michael in parentheses, while Jake looks from behind the window. All I am saying is everyone wants it, so why wait? Jake on the intercom. Detective Boyle, focus. Oh right, we found the hand in your apartment. You're guilty of murder.
I may be guilty of murder, but that guy is guilty of denying the world an angel.
Right. Interior break room. Back to scene. Okay, you might have a point, but I'm not going to apologize. I just want what's best for you two. Not to mention you're not getting any younger, and neither are your eggs. Pointing at Amy's eggs.
Dude, don't point at my eggs.
Terry walks in.
Oh, damn it, Boyle. What is wrong with you? Yeah, tell him, Terry. Don't point at my eggs. I'm not talking about that. Wait, what?
What's up, Sarge?
You and your damn magic show. Special guest, the dead bunny. Yeah, Jake told me about that.
Jake told you about Charles's magic hands for kids?
Oh no. Oh, yes. Because of that, my girls won't stop asking me questions about death and what it means. So just tell them what death is, then what's the big deal? The big deal, where'd it go, is that they're kids, Amy. They're so young and innocent. First of all, they're not that young, and second, it's a natural part of life. They have to learn about it someday. I know that, but I wanted it to be a little later. But when they can understand it better, or it won't scare them.
Sarge, she won't get it. She's in one of them, married with no children couples.
Excuse me?
Hey, you're the one who refuses to get knocked up despite everybody wanting it.
Wow, this is so rude and condescending. I can't believe you would even say that, but I know Terry is more open-minded, right, Sarge? Nah, he's right. What? It's nothing personal, but you don't have kids. You don't really understand everything that goes into raising them.
Charles is standing next to Terry at this point. Yeah, Amy, you don't actually see it all because you don't have kids yet.
That's what I just said.
I know, right? Same page, same team with children.
Good point. What did you tell Nicolaj?
Nicolaj and nothing. I told him the rabbit was simply sleeping and there's nothing to worry about. Then we had a nice rabbit stew for dinner.
Kinda dark, but it works. You know what? I think you're both just cowards. You're too scared to have a real conversation with your precious children. Just tell them the truth and they will respect it. Oh, really? And what exactly would you tell my girls when they ask what death is? I would simply explain it is the end of life, that it happens to all living creatures and it's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, now, what if they ask if their mommy could die? Well, I would say she could. And if she did, then she would be gone forever. There'd be no way to speak or even hear from her ever again.
Yeah. And if she dud.
Yeah. Damn, Amy.
Now that's dark. Interior, bullpen, Rose's desk, afternoon. Rose is at her desk. Jake walks over. Is he here yet? Have you seen him?
Not yet. How do you think we'll know when it's him?
This is an international agent, Rosa. We'll know because he's undoubtedly going to be the coolest person we've ever met. Suave, sophisticated, and most importantly, British.
No doubt. So we want to make a good impression. It's gonna be big.
Scully walks over.
Hey, have you met the new guy? He talks really funny like this.
Oh, no. What are you talking about? What new guy? Funny like how?
Funny like he should work at White Castle or something. White Castle. That's Scully talk for fancy. Where is he now? In the kitchen. Talking to Hitchcock.
They turn to see Hitchcock in the kitchen, talking to a sharply dressed man, Agent Smith. Hitchcock, no! Rosa, quick! Do something!
On it.
Rosa picks up a stapler, throws it at Hitchcock, hitting him in the chest. Thinking something a little less assault-like, but okay. Jake and Rosa rush over to meet Agent Smith.
Ouch, guys, what the hell?
Hi there, I'm Detective Jake Peralta. Please forget everything this man has told you, as I'm sure it was disgusting.
Actually, I was telling him what it was like being a cop in the 80s.
And... oh, no, that's your line.
And all the drugs and orgies we had.
There it is. Let me apologize on behalf. Wait, who's Smith? Okay, I'll be Smith. Where?
I can be Smith if you need me.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Detective, please. I've been doing this a very long time. It's nothing I haven't heard before. Perhaps even experienced.
See? He gets it. Get out of here, man.
Yep. Hitchcock walks away.
Hi, Detective Rosa Diaz. Me and Peralta have been assigned to your case.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Agent John Smith.
Agent Smith shakes Rosa's hand, goes to shake Jake's hand, but Jake is in awe of him. I think he meant to say in awe of him. So British.
Excuse me.
Come on, man.
Alright, sorry, Detective Peralta here, for all your super secret needs.
Good to know. Now, before we get started, may I use your kitchen for a quick cup of coffee? I arrived this morning and need a little pick-me-up.
You only arrived today?
Yes. Sadly, the agency's scheduling is pretty insane. I would have been here sooner, but I had some matters to attend to.
Some totally super secret spy matters, right?
Something like that, if you'll excuse me.
Agent Smith walks into a kettle. Rosa taps Jake to take a step back.
Hey, get it together.
Get it together. Rosa, we're working an international terrorist case with an actual MI6 agent. How do you not get how cool this is?
I get it, and it's right up there with the time I hung out with Martha Stewart.
You hung out with Martha Stewart?
At her summer wine vineyard party.
That just raises more questions.
You know what wasn't in question? How comfortable and relaxed Martha was, because I didn't freak out around her like some weird fanboy.
Alright, you're right. I just need to be more chill. This is an extremely cool case, and I need to be more cool about it. From now on, it's Cool City, population Mikey, Jakey P. Captain Holt walks over.
Detectives, has Agent Smith arrived yet?
Okay, Captain, you need to calm down. We all get it, this is a cool case, but you're gonna need to be a bit more cool about it, okay?
What? He's over there, sir.
Captain Holt walks over to Smith.
Agent Smith, I'm Captain Raymond Holt of the 9-9.
Captain Holt, I've heard a lot about you. You've done some amazing things.
Thank you, I return the compliment, but I've heard very little about you.
Nature of the job, I'm afraid, but if you're looking for a Christmas gift, can't go wrong with some whiskey.
Keep that in mind. Are you a Scotchman?
Partial to a drop of Irish myself.
Well, perhaps we'll share a drink sometime.
Oh my god. It's like my dad and my cool friend are getting along.
For now, however, your timing couldn't be better. What's going on, Captain? One of the Fernandez suspected top guys has been found dead in his apartment. Police are already on the scene. I suggest you all head down there and find what you can.
And so the case begins.
Yes, it does. Come on, detectives. Duty calls.
Agent Smith begins to walk away. So cool. Interior crime scene apartment, afternoon. Rosa is standing over a dead body. Officer Woods is making a note. Jake walks over.
Where's Smith?
Well, John, code name, by the way, John, had to make a phone call, but he said he could make it British accent. Fast. Get it, Rosa? Fast?
You really say that?
No, he said quick, but the point is, he is soups British. Officer, what do you got? Victim is a one Antolon Bellic. He was stabbed multiple times to the chest. Blood and furniture indicate a commotion. Neighbors confirmed hearing some of the noise of at least one suspect and gunshots. Also, there's bullet holes on the door.
Is that a 4th century?
None. Seems Bellic let the attacker in. Maybe he knew him somehow. Possible. Last question. What is that smell? I want to say burnt hair, maybe? No idea. Forensics is setting up now. We'll know more shortly.
Thanks, officer. Good work. Jake, you noticed that?
What, that smell? How can you not? It's very strong.
No, named Bellic. That's European. You know what else is in Europe?
My dad during most of my childhood years.
No, dude, Germany.
And this is possible. And this is a possible terrorist case, which means possible German terrorists.
Exactly. I'm gonna look around, see if Smith recognizes this guy.
Rosa walks away. Agent Smith walks up to Jake.
What do we have, detective?
Victim is white male, possibly European. Signs indicate a struggle. He looked familiar to you?
Not at all. Any idea whom it might have done this?
None yet, but I can just say your accent is dope. Makes everything you say sound hecka smart.
Well, thank you.
No problem. Quick, say pancakes.
Pancakes.
Wow, so smart.
Jake, found something.
Jake and Smith walk over to Rosa by the radiator.
Looks like a glove got stuck by this radiator. Radiator must have been on for hours. That's what the smell is.
You think it could be from the killer?
Possibly. I'm thinking there was an altercation between the killer and Bellic. Killer stopped Bellic. Loses the glove, which landed behind the radiator. Killer didn't have time to look for it because Bellic had a gun and fires shots as the killer was fleeing.
Great job. Great find, Rosa. Let's get this to the lab for analysis ASAP.
Good work, detectives. Excuse me for a moment. I have to take this.
Agent Smith walks away. So cool. You should hear him say pancakes. Interior, bullpen, kitchen, afternoon. Charles and Terry sat at the kitchen table.
What am I going to do, man? Sharon just texted me saying the girls want to know if their favorite cartoon characters can die.
What are they watching?
They're both really into SpongeBob at the moment. Cagney loves Patrick and Lacey loves Sandy.
Nikolaj loves Paw Patrol.
Isn't he a little old for that?
Terry, you're British now.
I bet. Isn't he a little old for that?
Don't kink shame my son.
Not sure what that means.
What about Hitchcock? He has kids. Let's ask him.
I don't know. Advice of Hitchcock? That can only be bad.
Nonsense. He must know something useful. Hey, Hitchcock, you have kids, right? Terry and Charles walk over to Hitchcock.
At least one. Why?
How did you handle the talk about death and mortality?
Oh, that was easy. One day I sat my little girl down and I bought her a chicken.
And she looked after the chicken until it was old, where you explained death to her in a rational, healthy way, right?
What? No, I told her we needed dinner. She has to behead the chicken and watch how we skin it, and I'll prepare it for dinner.
Did you raise your kids on a farm, Hitchcock?
Nope. Right here in the city.
You were right, Terry. This was no help.
Unbelievable.
Reveal, Amy standing behind the group.
You would rather take advice from Hitchcock than from me? Hitchcock has kids, or kid. I'm not sure, but it's at least one.
Scouting.
Look, I get that you did a wonderful job. However, look, I get that you're both scared of your kids growing up, but life happens. You should just talk to them and they will understand. Remember when Jake and I taught your kids about racism? I do. And you did a wonderful job. However, now my girls think everyone's out. Get me. Bring up racism at the wrong times.
Interior ice cream shop flashback. Terry, Cagney, and Lacey are in the front of the line of ice cream until behind the till as a white teenage boy, Scott.
Hey, can I get 2 scoops of strawberry and 1 scoop of chocolate for me?
Wait, who's Scott? I'm Scott.
Is that me?
No, that's me. I'm sorry, sir, but we're all out of chocolate at the moment.
Daddy is not giving you chocolate because of racism. What? Baby, no.
Does he not like you because you're black?
Sir, I am not racist. Our delivery's just late today, I swear.
It's fine, seriously, don't worry. Is he going to send you to jail?
I don't want Dad to go to jail.
Cagney and Lacey start to cry.
No, girls, Daddy's not going anywhere.
I am not racist.
Why are you crying?
I don't know. Puberty. Interior bullpen. Back to scene.
Do we want to stop here, or are we going all the way through?
Yeah, because this is longer than a normal Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode. Like, this would definitely be split into 2 parts, or would need to be condensed tremendously, since it's just a sitcom, so it would really only be like 20 some odd pages, and it's 42.
You're right. Yeah, okay, we'll stop here and then we'll discuss it.
Yeah.
All right.
I know we need time to discuss it too.
Yeah. So, all right, so far, what are we thinking about this spec script?
It has its moments.
So is there like good moments more than bad moments?
Well, I liked the line, the part where it's like, do you know what was in Europe? And Jake said, my dad for most of my childhood. I thought that was really funny and really in character. So I did like that line a lot. But there's a few parts that are kind of just very telly and not very showy. It's very tell, not showing, which is kind of frustrating because that's the opposite of what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like there just needs to be more action lines and less dialogue.
Yeah, they do a lot of dialogue in this particular one. Do you think that NBC would actually produce this particular episode?
Sahara, you want to take that?
I think so. It kind of goes in line with everything. Like, reading this just made me think of, the whole genre of Parks and Rec or The Office. It's that quick humor, and it is a lot of talking. I think that's what it's supposed to be, because the humor comes from either the premise or just the conversation that they're having. So it's pretty quick. And I think the premise was pretty funny. Like, the characters, they all have their own dynamic. I haven't watched the show, so I don't know if these are exactly the characters, but I could already picture the characters and, like, how much of a caricature they are more than characters. So it's that would be a fun episode that I would watch.
All right. So, Becca, would you watch this particular episode if it ever came on as an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I think it needs to go through a few rewrites first, but I like the basic premise of Jake and Rosa working for this, not working with this spy, and Harry and Charles and Amy kind of having to deal with their own thing. Like I do like that premise. There's just I feel like there's a lot that needs to just be edited and kind of just reworked and made better.
Right. So what if somebody like say you're in the writing team for Brooklyn Nine-Nine and somebody handed you this script, what would be the first thing you would fix?
I need a minute to think about that.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Sahara,
Yeah.
would you like try out for the for the role of Agent Smith?
Agent Smith.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be the type that they'd be looking for, but hey, I'll audition for any role just for the shits and giggles of it, you know?
Okay.
But yes, absolutely. That would be a fun role to do. And I think it would be even funnier having like a short, petite, brown-looking girl
Mm-hmm.
as your role. Yeah. Yeah, I would. Absolutely.
I've heard like some casting like stories about people who are looking for a particular like look, but when another person like would come in and audition and they just like hit it out of the park, they would just like rework all that and cast that person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
when they do that.
Yeah, I would hear like stories about people who women who tried out for roles that were supposed to be for guys, but they would just like nail it so much that they would make that character a woman now instead of like a guy.
Like the one from what was it? It was supposed to be Lenny, or no, Benny, and they turned it to Lenny. Legion.
Yeah. With Aubrey Plaza.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it.
They did the same thing with Academy. The handler was supposed to be someone who was very John Hamm-esque, but John Hamm declined the role for whatever. And so the producer or one of the directors or creator, someone reached to Kate Walsh, who played Addison Montgomery in Grey's Anatomy. She's been in a bunch of other things as well, but she's a really, really brilliant actress. And they reached out to her to play the handler and to gender swap the role, and she absolutely kills it as the handler. She brings something to it, and it was a really good choice to have Kate Walsh do it instead of John. I'm sure it would have been it just Kate Walsh.
Yeah. So which
spin and it works.
Which piece was this again?
Umbrella Academy.
What was it?
Umbrella Academy.
Oh, Umbrella Academy. Okay. Remind me which character Kate Walsh plays again. It's been a while since I watched it.
The handler, the one who's in charge of the commission.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember now. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that role was initially meant for a John Hamm-esque type actor.
Okay. But everything turned out because she did really good.
Yep.
Yeah, so like, have you thought about what would be the first thing that you would fix in this particular script?
Yeah, probably, there's a few grammatical mistakes. I'd go ahead and just fix those so it's easier and smoother read.
Gotcha.
And then, because it's a spec script, I don't know if they would allow two-part. I'm almost positive they wouldn't allow like a two-part episode for a spec script, because it needs to. Because while this episode and like I guess like the part two, or because I don't think Brooklyn Nine-Nine has ever done like an hour-long special. They just do here's part one, here's part two.
Mm-hmm.
Did they do the one where they mashed up Brooklyn Nine and another show together and did an episode?
Oh, yeah, New Girl, but it's been a while since I've watched it. That might have been an episode, or that might have been like a hour-long thing, but that wasn't like a spec script. It wasn't someone, hey, here's a sample of my writing. Here's a 2-part spec script. Like, I think, because while this episode could fit in anywhere in any of the seasons, well, in the later seasons, since Jake and Amy need to be married for that, but since that's mentioned, it needs to just be a quick, easy, here's a one and done 20-minute episode for specs. Because I think you could write the 2-part big spy episode once you're in the writer's room, once you've developed like that connection with all the other writers and the producers and the creators and probably Andy Samberg as well. So
yeah, exactly. I think like one of the biggest issues with this script is that it's way too long.
yeah,
I think it needs to be shortened in order to like fit into that NBC block. Yeah, and like be divided into the different commercial breaks that it has. Because I think NBC has like 5 breaks.
It's ridiculous. You only see the show for like 2 minutes or like 5 minutes max, and then you have like another 5 minutes of commercials.
yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think that this writer captured the personalities of the already established characters?
There were definitely parts where I think this writer did, but there was a few other parts that I was just kind of like, and it's kind of like the small things. Like there's some parts where Holt says Jake and Rosa, where I think he would say Detective Peralta or Detective Diaz or just Diaz or Peralta, and the way he kind of talks, I feel like there's like I feel like this writer got the general idea of the characters, but there was something off about each one, and so that just needs to be tweaked a little bit more.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
so
I
yeah,
haven't watched this, so I really can't speak much, but it seems like they're all very caricaturesque, like where Jake is like, he's just really super expressive about all of his feelings. I don't know if they do it to a point where he's that expressive, but I haven't watched it, so.
I feel like the script kind of over exaggerates it a little bit. Like I think this writer used the so cool thing for Jake a little too much. Like I think there's like it's the rule of thirds in comedy, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a comedy. And you don't want to overuse a joke that it's just like, okay, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Because after a while, I was just kind of like, okay, I get it. He's fascinated by this agent. He's cool. He's interested. He's a super spy. But if you use that joke too often and too quickly, it just kind of gets boring, and you're just like, okay.
Yeah. Like I noticed that like if it's this is like a 46-page script, a 45-page script.
Yeah.
And every single scene that Jake shares with Smith is just him in awe of him all the time. And if it's just that we only read up to like 20 pages or 19 pages, and if it's just like the rest of the 45 pages is just that could be very stale.
And it takes away from Jake's ability to be a good detective, because that's what he is, a good detective. He's a little unorthodox, but he's a good detective, and he's smart, and he does, get fascinated by his fans. There's an episode where he meets his childhood idol because it's the author of one of the very few books he read. It's like this detective series and based off of his own life, and Jake read those books, and he had a chance to meet the author to like work on the case or something. Like the author was going because he was writing another book or whatever, and so that's a case of Jake meeting someone he looks up to, and they captured it really well because he was fascinated, but not in a way that made him seem like a kid in a candy store.
Right.
Like he was smart about it. He didn't like, yeah, Jake would be excited about meeting a spy, but he wouldn't be like this.
He wouldn't be like too overly into it.
Yeah, he would know when to cut it because he it's his job. He knows what he's doing. So I think this writer, because Jake does have an immature side. Don't get me wrong. That's a huge portion of his personality. But I feel like this writer may have thought that that was his only personality trait, is to
Right.
be
Yeah.
this immature kind of kid in the candy store. Oh my god, I'm meeting a super spy kind of thing. So
Yeah. So let's go back to like the jokes in this script. Were the jokes landing? Were they funny?
I think the jokes are normally, like, even if you have a really good script and the actors don't really get the timing right, because comedy is really all about timing,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So I think it would also depend on the delivery. Some of the jokes you kind of already saw where it was heading, where it would land. Like you could tell how the joke was building because it was being set up way early on.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of kind of loses the factor of like being surprised by like slapping each a joke. It's
Right.
just like I see that, you know.
and
That's
like some, oh sorry,
not very good.
and like sometimes there was like he added something that didn't need to be there, like the ice cream part. There was Terry was like, "Why are you crying, man?" And the kid actually responds. I think it would have been funnier if it was just shown an action line of just the kid just cries harder or something. That way, when you shoot it, it's on Terry. Why are you like yelling at the camera? Why are you crying? And then it turns back to the kid, and it's just him crying. I think that's funnier than him just saying puberty. It sounds awkward and forced, and that didn't land with me. So jokes don't necessarily have a response. They can be funny, like
Yeah.
by themselves. They don't need a response necessarily.
Yeah, like showing the jokes visually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I agree. I think it would have worked a lot better if that were the case. So, like this concept of death, would that be, is that a good topic to have as like the B plot of this script?
Yeah, I think there would be a way to tie all of that together.
Okay.
I mean, it's a fairly serious topic, which Brooklyn Nine-Nine hasn't strayed away from. They've dealt with serious topics before. Um, but I feel like, and this would just go into kind of rewrites, uh, that I think the way he's approaching it is they're not monologues, but they are large paragraphs, for at least a script
Mm-hmm.
of them talking about it and explaining and da 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 da, and that so it needs to be quicker because if I'm just hearing paragraphs about death, I'm just kind of like, okay, I get it. This is kind of depressing.
Yeah.
like I watch Brooklyn Nine Nine for comedy, and again, they've dealt with serious topics like the Moo Moo episode where Terry is racially profiled for literally, and it's horrible and it's awful, and that shouldn't have happened to him. They've dealt with sexual assault, and I don't remember the episode. Oh, in the he said she said episode in season 6, I think. When Jake and Rosa went to prison, that initial shit, we're going to prison. They've dealt with hard topics before. Like they've done it, but we didn't get monologues about it.
Right.
So it needs to, like, the way you deal with it in a comedy like Brooklyn Nine-Nine or Parks and Rec or The Good Place, which are all Michael Schur comedies,
Mm-hmm.
versus how you would deal with it in This Is Us or Once Upon a Time, or you deal with it in different ways, and you have to figure out how to separate that and make it work for the tone of the show that you're writing for.
Exactly. So, last thing is, if you were the president of NBC, and somebody gave you this script for Brooklyn Nine Nine, would you say yes or no?
I would say yes with work to it.
Okay.
Rewrites. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they would need to rewrite, rework, go through some edits, and then come back and pitch it again, but better.
Okay. All right, so that's all the time we have for today. So I hope you guys had a lot of fun reading this particular script and discussing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah. And Becca, we would love to have you on again sometime in the future, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, awesome. So I've been Nathaniel Avila. I'm with Sahara LA and joined with Becca Crum, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.